Mr. Lomfambulem. Good morning. This na Mr. T. Decide for try for analyze the deal we then report recently concerning the new airport. Some people don't call it terminal, some people go say new airport. So for the benefit of all, I will call all two the name. New terminal, new airport. These things are what they can say they're not getting nothing to do to politics. It's strictly based on financial perspective. And basically for make we as people think and see if the deal makes sense or not. So the basis of this analysis, where I go start, I want to make everybody know say the information where I use from the World Bank, their website, that I go and do my research and also take the data within the published. They don't get too much, recently, but based on that, the number I get from the World Bank website for Salon specific. Okay, so in any analysis, for like gain credibility, you want to make sure say you can actually support your information with the proper source, and basically you can validate what you get. So having said that, here we go. From the website, I see the receipts. These are actual numbers they wouldn't show for starting from 2016 to 2019. So then say Salon on 2016, the passenger they work in a Salon, now 60,000 passenger, and then put that in system. And this now for 2016. 2017, the number reduced slightly, then get 59,000 passengers there. Then 2018, the number go up again to 66,000 people there. Then 2019, it go up to 71,000 people there. Then I'll give you no information for 2020, 2021, and 2022. Now, the corresponding receipts they wouldn't get for 2016 was $41 million. Then 2017, it was $39 million. 2018, $39 million. Okay, now the receipts that we correspond with then year and day. Then the expenditure that we go with then same year as then day for 2016 was $6,500,000. 2017, $8 million. Then 2018, $7 million. Then 2019, $6 million. Okay, 6.5, 8 million, 7 million, and 6 million respectively from 2016 to 2019. Now, again, they not give you no information for the revenue or the expense, the receipts them or the expenditures them from 2020 to 2022. Okay. Now, as any prudent, analyst, you would say, okay, I need numbers for the bucket today because I need therefore look at the activities then prospectively going forward, right? So, for now, we try to get those numbers for at least for the first couple of years there. I literally, basically, see the growth rate, right, of the people who kind of the airport, literally. So I use that 8% number, showing the change from year to year for the first couple of 4 years. We'll talk about the first couple of them, which was 2016 to 2019. Okay, so I use that growth rate. So you go, if you do the computation, you can see that 2020 will be 76,680 compared to 2019, which was 71,000. Okay, then the same computation, was done for the next year for 2021, and that number come up to 82,814 people that work at the airport. Then 2022, 89,440 people there. Now, for be conservative, right, I look at the trend of how the receipts they don't go. So literally, I get an average for the first 4 years then with the World Bank provide, and that average was 39,666,667. So that's the number I basically use for receipts for 2020, 2021, and 2022 specifically. Each year, and the number then I use. Now, we don't get a basis for at least the first 7 years, right? Based on the information they don't provide. Now, again, given that this loan, I know we call it a loan basically, but they are tagging the cost of the project to be $270 million. Okay, and that number they didn't see, they didn't spend. Well, not the cost. So, given the situation, they also say there is a capacity, you get a capacity for expected tourists for a year, 1 million. So, assuming everything being equal, right, there is no bad thing will happen, the people in the Canada airports, there is no catastrophic stuff will happen will cause problem, let people don't need to come. Say we're going to have a growth rate of, people who go for the Canada airports of 8%. Just that number has been done, they use for, since 2020 projection number. So if I take that number, I do the same exercise all the way 25 years from 2023, literally the loan termination time will be 2047. So you will go see that, in a perfect situation, right? We are building up year by year. As of 2047, we don't get a population, we go to Canada airport of 612,525. Okay, now that will be the amount of people who will come to the airport. Although the article I read, then they expect, right, a number of about 1 million a year. So right there, from million projection, waiting and provide, there's a discrepancy in the estimation there. There is a shortfall. If I compare 1 million to that 612,525, there's a shortfall of about 387,475. So that's one question I get there, okay, with the estimation concerning potential tourists that will get for come to the airport. Now, also, when I look at the small data where we get the short trend, I see that in spite of people they don't really come to the airport for when I look at 2016 to 2019, there's not big jump in the receipts they're going to get. So to be conservative, right, we don't want to be so aggressive and to make the analysis not meaningful. We basically assume that the growth rate for the receipts then will be 2%. Okay, then the growth rate for the expenditures then will be 5% year by year, all the way to the termination time of the debt, basically, which is going to be 2047. Now, if you do all that computation with no problems, right? Again, these are all projections. You will see that within the life of this loan, that then people here will give you this airport we can bill. Based on this analysis, again, these are all projected numbers based on a quick history of how we don't perform as a country. These numbers have, we get them from the information from World Bank, okay, from their own database. You will see that the total receipt, right, where then people are will be in charge of the airport, they go don't collect 1,295,945,927. Like I say again, 1,295,945,927 in receipts, right? So people that will understand the business world, normally when you make a sale or when you get money coming in from whatever you do, that revenue is the receipt part where you get. You're not taking into account yet your expenditures that we get to. No, you're not taking into that the payment of your debt that we get for paid to us. Depending on the structure, right? So in this case, it's a unique type of credit situation where they don't spend, now they get for take money as they get. So it's not like you're paying the interest portion and you're paying a portion of the principal. So this is going to be like a one lump sum in bulk. Okay. So if we take into account, right, the expenditure part, which would estimate, say, year by year from 2023 going all the way to the termination of the debt, that will be a 5% increase. You will see that, on a year-to-year basis, you will see the expenditures coming through. Okay. Then with that information, assuming, right, in a perfect situation, we allocate the portion for the loan or basically the loan expenditure where the SUMA or investor they put into it on a yearly basis. Yeah, we divide that 270 million by 25 years. We would be paying at least, right? At least, as long as we do everything being equal, at least 10,800,000 a year. So if we pay that for like that 25-year time period, then we'll pay off that debt. But remember, they are the one running the airport now. Everything is with them. So whatever money they get, literally, now they get control over. I don't know those kind of arrangements we then get with the country. I don't know if they give money to the country or not. But from waiting, they're not talking anything about where they will probably be giving back money to the government or not, I don't know. But the point of what I'm trying to bring out here is the fact that whatever, right, we will be collecting, we are collecting, right? When we don't pull all the expense system, like we don't spend for let we operate, then we pull waiting we pay, waiting literally we pay for the loan, that 10,800,000 number. We they get profit. There is a profit. But guess what? That profit never can to we because of the type of agreement we don't make so far. So just imagine on 2023, say we don't estimate about 96,595 people in for show up. That's alone. And that's the number based on historical trend. Okay, and the number that we don't project. If we take that number, right, assuming the receipt for that year, this year, 2023, is going to be 40,460,000. Then we take the expenditure. Again, this is all based on that 5% growth rate, what we don't talk about, right? Which is 7,579,688. Then we minus the loan amount for that year, which is 10,800,000. You will know that there is a profit side, right? The net profit there for the year only. For that year of 22,441,250. Okay, so that's definitely there's a big profit. Assuming everything works out based on waiting, then they expect. Because remember, company they're not going to do this kind of deal if they don't do their own analysis like we try to do so. Then we don't say, okay, if we do this, we will spend this, we expect this. Then we don't take this, what would they expect? We don't take with cost that, we don't take with the expenditure for level on the airport. Now this get for billion. So then they get for be, the motivation around why they do the deal. Okay, again, all that is so get nothing to do with politics. This is more like education for the average person. We don't understand finances too much yet. Okay, so this is more like me sharing the knowledge, and so we can all think about this practically, right? Okay, so again, this computation I do so it did it back for the following years and going forward. Again, we are assuming the receipts therefore grow incrementally by that 2% factor I don't tell you. Then the expenditures also they increase by that 5% factor, while the payment amount is constant for the next 25 years. Well, in this case, we don't take one already for the next 24 years. So ultimately, if we do all this, no problem, right? Assuming everything being equal, it works out the same way. You can see that the total expenditure for the time of the loan, the debt, whatever, because I don't know how to call it a loan. It's really not a true loan, but it's some transaction that looks like a loan, basically. All right. So if you could see that there's a total expenditure of 344,529,995. 344,529,995. That ending at the total expenditure. While by the time the 25 years, then we're going to pay off the total debt cost, which is that 270 million number. Then we get at the end of the day, that is a 681,415,932 as the actual profit from the entire transaction. Okay, for them. Now, in a perfect situation, that's a really great deal, honestly, for me. If I did do a deal, it gives me something like that. It's a big deal. I mean, if I compare that number to the debt itself, right, the actual debt is over 200 well, I don't want to say over. It's over 250 percentage, of appreciation of that loan where I get out. I mean, it's really a lot. It's really beneficial for the one with the provider. Okay. One of the assumptions that I get earlier, right? How we take information we then provide to us from the World Bank from 2016 to 2019 and get a projection number for 2020 to 2022. Then with that, we base that percentage growth rate of the population going forward with that 8%. Then we assume based on how the receipt will grow, saying receipts will grow 2% while expenses will grow 5%. Okay. Then basically we have a 25-year term limit. Okay. So now that the information so far we don't get, literally 10 people build this investment company, and then definitely get a good deal and they make really, really great money out of this deal. So the question we get for we as people But before I even ask the questions first, as you look at the year, the 25-year term, right, the years the way this loan differ, you see that year by year, there's an incremental growth, right? There's no swing going up. It's all what you call one of those direct growth based on year in value. Every year, you see that growth going up in terms of there's an upward trend basically. So I will try to even share the graphs of which I don't talk about here, okay, just to help. Some people are more, they like to see visualize things so they can comprehend and get it more, of which I say. All right. Now the question we get for most of I know say we get leader then where they decide which in the country for do, how they feel say the government, the country will progress. For you as people, if you get a deal where you go make for let you get something that you owe, say maybe you get land or whatever, or you get this place where you want to let people then help you build. But ultimately, we'll get control for the next, for significantly time period. In this case, 25 years. We take in assume. Then, not only that, over time, they basically pay for the loan where you take about 250 times. Like 252 actually is the correct number. Is the actual number I calculate. That's something that way valuable to you as a person. Some people will say yes because I want the building. Some people will say no, it's not a good way for the investment, right? Some people will say, well, I don't know, we're not for do anything. So I just want to stimulate man, most of it, not just man, woman, whoever they for listen to this. Waiting you go do. That's something like this you go do. Comparing the cost we involved, because then spend 270 million. But at the end of the day, right, once everything is done, you pay literally an extra $681,415,932, which equates to 252%. Is that something you go do? Or what are the option where you go look for take? You go get loan for that 270 million they then bill you on airport. Then hope say as the airport they do well, you go able to pay the debt, then you go make profit. I don't know too much about all the the finances of Salon. Wait till make we do this kind of deal. If not, it's not the only way for log at the airport, or there is no way we can get loan from any reputable World Bank out there. I don't know. And they say yes, and they say no. I just ask the question for the people then think, and maybe some people go respond. Okay, so this is all I wanted to share. Feel free to respond. Thank you so much. Bye bye.